Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. This is your host, Red. I got a video for modern dating here. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. I'm almost there. I'm trying to hit 100K before Lunar New Year, so let's get to that. Chow. It's chow time. Hope you guys like the little Godzilla intro. My girl got me that for Christmas, so let's get to that. Chow.
6 weeks ago, my husband, the love of my life, my rock,
Did he die?
sat down and said he needed to talk to me.
Oh, okay.
Long story short, he is not happy and wants a divorce.
The man told you that he was not happy and wanted a divorce? Lady, what were you doing?
I begged, I pleaded, please give me a chance. Give me a chance. I wasn't perfect. I nagged.
You sure it was just nag? You sure you didn't take it to another step?
Did things that are not divorce worthy.
She acknowledged that she did things in the marriage that could affect her husband, but she didn't expect him to file for divorce over it. He got her off guard.
So I came across this lady's video. As you can see, she lives in San Diego. And she said that 6 weeks ago, her husband came to her and said he needed to talk. And what did he want to talk about? He wanted a divorce. Now, she said they were getting ready to break ground on a new house. They had retired. They had paid off all of their debt, all of their bills, including paying off their current house. They were planning a trip for 2025, and they had just booked a bucket list trip for Italy. And he said that he wanted a divorce. What was the reason? He said that he was unhappy and he wanted out. Now, she's not saying anything that this man did bad. And I'm thinking this man paid off all of the bills.
That's what I was thinking. This man paid off all the debts, paid off everything, and he was like, you know what? I'm done. You're taken care of. You're free to go. I'm free to go. We don't owe each other anything. Let's split our assets in half so I can live at least a happy retirement with my life.
This man paid off all of the debt. Then she says, I nagged. Then she says, I did things that doesn't deserve divorce. Then
men can obviously go through that exact same thing. Most men in their heads are like, what did I do to deserve divorce? Oh, sometimes you didn't do anything. It's the other person is just unhappy. Sometimes it's like that. Sorry, ladies, you're going to have to take the same pill that you've been giving men this whole time. The we're not happy pill. We want to move on.
she tried to then blame him by saying he kept all of his emotions inside.
There's a reason he did that, and I know most would understand.
Yeah, just like the Dan story. Dan is not okay with this spool of wire.
Sometimes it's better to stay quiet.
And he didn't express them. And when he did express them, he threw me in the trash. Do you guys know what that man was missing in this entire marriage and why he's not happy? And he decided to divorce now. He's been missing peace. He's been missing peace. Had the money, had the houses, had the cars, had the career, had all of that other stuff. He's been missing peace this entire time. And he's decided, hey, the bills are paid off. We can split the assets evenly, do what we got to do, and we can go our separate ways.
If he wants peace, he should provide it to her also. It goes both ways.
No, sometimes women are the bearer of drama, the bearer of bad news, the bearer of toxicity. They're the ones that cause these issues. Men, most of the time, just don't even talk.
She only cheated once. He is so controlling.
Only once?
He waited till he could have a clean split. Not just peace, he was missing respect.
That, I agree.
If you cannot be husband's peace, he will find somewhere else. Most men want gratitude and appreciation. Most of us know that usually men are the last jumping out of the boat. We do everything we can to keep the family together. However, sometimes things get to a point where we don't have more options but leave. Most likely it was the place her ex-husband got to. He had enough and the only thing left was filing for divorce. He is probably a man who didn't want to be in that relationship for years, but he still held on for a while, hoping that things would
I'm thinking he held on for the kids.
change. However, it didn't happen.
I'm assuming.
At this point, it would be nice if we were able to hear from him as well, and I know our mouths would probably drop, because if he left, it meant that a lot was going on in that relationship. If a man can't
a lot or very little, as in she did nothing for the man,
find peace in his home, I am sure he will find it elsewhere, and it could also be the reason he is gone. Some used to take these things for granted, and this is why they end up losing their partner. Maybe her relationship wouldn't have ended if she had paid attention to the little things she overlooked while they were together. But it's a bit late as he is already gone. Hopefully things worked out how he expected and he found whatever he wanted.
6 weeks ago, my husband, the love of my life, my rock, sat down.
See, like when that one comment said that, oh, he should provide her peace too. I think he did by her statement of he was my rock.
And said he needed to talk to me. Long story short, he is not happy and wants a divorce. We had just put a deposit on a bucket list trip to Italy for 2025. He told me this and I was so devastated. I screamed, I cried, I begged, I pleaded, please give me a chance. Give me a chance. I wasn't perfect. I nagged. I did things that are not divorce worthy.
What is not divorce worthy in your head that you're thinking about that you did that this man might have taken it as a divorce worthy thing? What is it?
This statement alone tells us that she knows why he left, and now she wants to convince herself that whatever she did shouldn't be enough to lead him to file for divorce.
It's like she's gaslighting herself, right? To get back into the Lulu land that she was done no wrong.
Divorce. But based on how their story unfolded, he has a different opinion.
I really do wish we could always get the man side of things, but I'm actually happy that we don't, because that means that man did not go on TikTok to parade his story around for everybody to hear. Good on you, men.
But when you're a man that does not stand up for yourself ever, when you're a man that keeps every single emotion in...
See, now you blaming him for the man that never stands up for himself ever? You just called him a little baby back bitch right there with that little statement.
Inside and pretends that everything is hunky-dory, everything...
Because he's trying to make everything hunky-dory.
It's great. How long can you do that for before you explode? And that's exactly what he did. We retired a year.
And you couldn't tell any of that throughout the years that you were together. And you think you're a great partner that you couldn't tell this man was struggling with some of these things?
A half ago, we paid off our house. We got rid of any debt we had. And we retired. And now he wants a divorce.
Memo to the ladies. A man knows when you really don't love him.
Yep.
He can be unhappy all by himself. There was probably
More
no
money.
love, no affection, possibly an affair that he can no longer live with. Peace is everything. I don't blame him at all.
Do not.
I was in a relationship, and it got to the point that every time she walked through the door, she said something negative every time first thing. She did things that didn't deserve to be divorced. That's all I needed to hear.
Yep.
This event made her understand that she had a great man by her side. He displayed the characteristic of someone who made the decision to end their marriage long ago, but he didn't do it because he was waiting for the right moment, and based on what she said, he just wanted to ensure that she was good when it's time to throw the towel.
Yep.
She mentioned that he waited until they had all the debts sorted, the house paid, and then he called it off. That's the behavior of someone who wanted to do things the right way.
And someone that still cares.
The reality is that he wanted to make sure that she was financially good and was able to walk on her own feet. That gesture alone shows how great he is.
Agreed.
Even though he wasn't happy, he decided to stick around until she was financially stable.
I did things that are not divorce worthy.
This was the most important part of this clip. Basically, she believes that the things she has done weren't enough to be served the divorce paper, but this is where she got it wrong. She has a different understanding of what happened in their relationship, which explains why his decision surprised her. While she thought it was nothing, he was already planning his exit. He was just waiting for the right moment to pull the trigger, and he did it when both of them were in a position where they would be comfortable on their own.
Okay, I don't love this video, y'all. Okay, so her husband worked a 48-hour shift. I think he's a firefighter. Met him at church, and then came home and built this furniture that was just sitting there waiting for him. And she says he's happy to do it because he's a good man.
I know this good man thing. I go through this with my family. Because I'm a good man, everything's just expected me to be done, right? They'll tell me to do things, even things I don't want to do, and they don't even expect me to say no, nor do they expect it to not get done, because I'm a good man. It's hard to be a good man and not get walked all over. You need to have strong boundaries for yourself too.
Yeah, he's a good man. Doesn't mean that furniture should be sitting there waiting for him. In my opinion, I feel like you're taking advantage of his kindness.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This Sip Jitsu master over here just turned a new leaf or what? Did you just got a red belt or what?
Sometimes, as husbands, we would like for our wives to step up. Today, he may be willing to do it, but I'm telling you, there's going to come a day when he walks in and there's furniture sitting there waiting for him, and he's going to have a breakdown.
That's true. At some point, he will realize they are not working as a team, and this will affect most people, even the kind ones. Working as a team feels better as it indicates that we are there for each other instead of having one person carrying most of the load.
And here's my problem with it. You created another video gaslighting the world. People who were trying to comment to you, telling you, even though he's willing to do it, this isn't good.
You want the wife to step up after she's just done 2 days of solo parenting?
Oh my God, really? 2 days of solo parenting. Parenting is not as hard as firefighting for 48 hours.
If he's a good man, then he is capable of saying no. He creates his own boundaries, nobody else. She's not taking advantage. He's a good man, but also that's just too much. A 48-hour shift is insane, providing for you. I would have comfy clothes ready and a hot meal done.
Damn right.
He needs rest. Why are you turning this heartwarming video into something controversial?
Because it is. Women try to make these heartwarming things, but the sinister things behind their motives is easily apparent.
He has a point. Even though the guy assembling the bed is a good man who wouldn't mind doing things for his family regardless of how tired he is, he would still appreciate some gestures from his partner. This is what she still didn't understand. And later, she will be the first to complain when things start going left. She probably doesn't know that the more she does and appreciates her husband, the more he will be willing and open to work for their family. This is the part she is missing.
In my opinion, I feel like you're taking advantage of his kindness.
That was a good observation, and this is what is probably going on in their household. But what she doesn't know is that even the good and generous guys also have their own limits, and at some point, they will reach theirs. And once it happens, things won't be the same anymore.
You won't be happy.
And she will miss the old version of that man she always had, but didn't give him the level of appreciation he deserved. Imagine the level of satisfaction he would have if he came home and the bed was fully assembled. It would have made him understand that they are a team.
Yep.
It's what she should have done, as it creates a better dynamic in the household.
I'm so tired of this narrative that motherhood is just so hard compared to a firefighter working 48 hours. Your kids go to sleep. Your kids go to school. Your kids don't need 24/7, provisioning all the time. Doing laundry isn't too hard. Why do I know all this? I've done all of these things when I was 6. I was 7. I took care of my siblings. I did all the laundry. I helped cook. I've done all these things. They're not that hard. To compare yourself to a 48-hour fireman's shift. Get out of here. please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I could do it.